today we are going to talk about something really fun, and that is giving a dog a bath. So Wilson is here with me. He hates baths. I have a big jug of treats to make sure that this is as positive as an experience as possible for him, since he doesn't think they're the most fun of activities. But giving a bath to your pet is something we get asked about a lot at the shelter. So I'm going to try and answer some of your questions, and then we're going to get super clean. Oh, yes. Before we get started, I am going to brush him because a lot of hair tends to fall out while I'm bathing him. So to precursor that, I'm going to try and brush a lot of that out. Ask us, how often should I bathe my dog? And that's a good question, because we recommend about once per month or less frequently. And that's because dogs aren't accustomed to taking frequent baths or showers like humans do. They produce their own oils in their coat that keeps their skin and their hair nice and moisturized. And if you give them frequent baths, then it can start to deplete those oils. So you don't want to be giving very, very frequent baths. But a lot of people tell us that their dog has a stinky odor, like they have a greasy coat and a smelly odor, and they want to be giving them baths more frequently. And that is usually associated with a poor diet. So if you feed a very high quality, nutrient-dense diet, then you should see less stinkiness and less oiliness in their coat. And then the other reason people frequently give baths is because of itchiness. Their dog is itching all the time. So if that's the case, you might want to consider again examining their diet to make sure that they don't have an allergy hidden in there somewhere, and then make sure to check for fleas really carefully. And if they do have fleas, especially in the warmer months, then perhaps buy a nice and effective flea medication. That might be a good option for you. Otherwise, high-quality dog shampoos, maybe ones that have oatmeal in them, tend to help with the itchiness a little bit, and that's what this one is. So let's go ahead and get started. For hardly enduring that bath. He did so good. And while we dry off a little bit in the sun, I want to talk about some other common questions we get. So Wilson and I spend a lot of time in the forest and going on hikes, and he commonly gets poison oak on his fur, which then transfers to me, and I get frequent poison oak rashes. So this is a common occurrence if you take your dog into the forest or into the mountains. There's a lot of poison oak around here. So we recommend using Technu. This is what our animal control officers use because they spend a lot of time interacting with animals that have potentially come in contact with poison oak. So to use this, it's pretty simple. You can use it on your own skin, and then be sure whenever you come home from the mountains with your pet to simply saturate a cloth and wipe it across their fur, followed by a bath, and it's pretty effective. Another common question we get is skunk spray. If your dog has encountered a skunk and gotten sprayed by one, how do you get that smell off of them? There's lots of old wives' tales about like tomato juice and other things like that, but the most effective one is the one that I'm going to post in just a second. It works very well. I've used it on Wilson once before, and it was very effective. So we recommend going this route instead of pouring a bunch of tomato juice into your bathtub. Another frequent question we get is, what about other pets? What about bathing pets like cats, for example? And we generally don't recommend giving your cat a bath just because cats are self-grooming. They use their mouth and their tongue, of course, to lick their fur, and that's very effective for them. So it can be really, really stressful to bathe your cat, and it might even damage your relationship with them. They might not be very happy with you after you've given them a bath. So generally we let them bathe themselves, and only encourage giving a bath if they've come in contact with something that has really gotten them dirty or needs to have soap to wash it out. Other pets such as rabbits, guinea pigs, chinchillas, or hamsters, we generally don't encourage bathing at all. And And that can be because it's a very stressful experience for them. Not all of them have hair that is equipped to dry appropriately. So instead, just spot clean specific areas. Like if they have a little bit of poo stuck to their backside, then just spot clean that one specific area instead of submerging their whole body. Keep in mind that baths can be stressful and scary for animals, so you want to do it as little as possible, unless it's a dog and they're accustomed to it, and always offer a lot of treats during that process. Thank you for participating in Animal Adventures today. I hope that it was a bit informative about the appropriate steps in taking care of your dog's coat and how to give them a bath. And I will see everyone next week with a brand new animal adventure.